Assalamu alaikum, my sister. So there are three reasons that I can think of why what is happening in Jerusalem, why these people, the Yahudi, are doing what they are doing. There are three reasons that I came up with. Number one, dear brothers and sisters, number one. Before I mention those three reasons, if you are new to this channel and you're interested in Islamic eschatology, if you're interested about the end of time, the Mahdi, Yajuj and Majuj, Dajjal topic, then this channel is for you. Okay, so consider subscribing, become part of the community. Number one reason is because, the reason why they're doing it is because, which is, I guess, not so much of an importance. The most important reason I will mention at the end. The first, or I should say the third reason, is they want to show the Muslim world that yes, even though you did try to normalize a relationship with us, but we are going to be remaining the nation we were before. Nothing will change. In fact, we did not sign any agreement with you. You are the one who came to us. In other words, we don't really care who you are. So that could be one reason the Yahud are telling the Muslims, we don't care about you. Yes, we have normalized ties. Oh, so what? So what? Doesn't make any difference. We're not going to be bowing down to you. We are still the chosen people. Remember that chosen word? Mustafa, chosen word. This is what they believe. That could be one reason. So this is third reason, which is very weak. Second reason is going to be, dear brothers and sisters, for what they are doing right now is because they want to humiliate the Muslims in the month of Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, especially the last 10 nights. In other words, the Yahudi, they are intentionally doing it on these specific days or nights. It actually flares up at night. If you go there during the daytime, it's very calm and quiet. But the night falls, it erupts. So that could be second reason that they're intentionally targeting the Muslims in their holy month, because they are telling the Muslims, we are just making fun of you guys. You know, we don't care. Your holy month, like you Ramadan, you do Ramadan. Because the Yahud, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they used to mock at the Muslims. You know, they used to tell that you guys, you know, the Aus and Khazraj, you guys are, you know, little small guys. You guys do not know how to behave, how to eat food. You guys are nothing. That was their attitude. Even after Rasulullah came to Medina, that attitude remained. That attitude continued on. And this is why they betrayed Rasulullah on many occasions. We know that their attitude, we know why they're doing it. We know that they do not like to, to mix, to make ally with the Muslims. So they're doing it intentionally in the month of Ramadan because they want to insult the Muslims. That could be another reason. Now, number one reason, which I think is the most obvious reason, which is, dear brothers and sisters, they might be perhaps, I'm not a scholar in their book, but my understanding is that they're waiting for a Masih. You heard it right. That would be the number one, the strongest reason among all these three, that the Yahudi, they are waiting for a Masih. Now, a few days ago, I made a video about Zizkiyahu ben David. Who is Zizkiyahu ben David? Some people are saying, Spanish Jew, they are saying that this is the Masih that was promised. Because Ben David, Zizkiyahu, he has two characteristics that are making him absolutely fit for the next Masih. Number one characteristic is the very fact that his name is Ben David. It signifies why he would be the Masih. You know, in Jewish tradition, Yahudi tradition, Ben David, the name Ben David, is so important that they believe the next Masih will come from who? King David. Anyone has a name, the surname as Ben David, is a good candidate, is a good potential, just like Muslims. Wallahi, we believe what? The Mahdi, his name will be what? Abdullah ibn Muhammad, or Muhammad, or Ahmad ibn Abdullah, or Muhammad ibn Abdullah. We know Mahdi, this guy is Mahdi, by one of the ways we know is by looking at his name. Ben David is the same situation here. Zizkiyahu ben David, when he came, the Yahudi now are, some of them are actually, at least some of them are speculating that this is our guy, this is the promised Messiah. The second reason why Ben David is so important, Zizkiyahu ben David, this guy, is because, dear brothers and sisters, he is trying to rebuild the temple, the third temple. Now, the rebuilding of the temple is a metaphoric. It's a metaphor. Okay, it's a metaphor. The reason for that is because the Messiah, when he will be here, the promised Messiah, in the Jewish tradition, the Yahudi will already rule over the world, and they will already establish the dominance. They will already establish that the religion is being followed properly and that people are under God's command. So, in other words, these people are absolutely sure that this is our guy. He is trying to rebuild the temple. He is talking about, in fact, Zizkiyahu ben David, when he came in the media, one of the first things that we have noticed him doing or saying is talking about rebuilding the temple. So his name, Ben David, and also his effort, making the right effort. So, for example, if the Mahdi is here, he is telling Muslims to unite. So the Muslim will be like, oh my God, this is the Mahdi, because number one, he is telling us exactly what the Mahdi will tell us, to unite, to give him bayah. And number two, his name is also Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Ahmad ibn Abdullah. So Muslims will be like, yeah, this is our guy. Exactly same thing might have happened with the Yahudi, that they're thinking, well, Zizkiyahu ben David, by the way, if you do not know him, I have a pinkish rails, salamu alaikum salam. If you do not know him, you can watch my other video about him. I made a video about him, Zizkiyahu ben David, and I explained who he is. So these are the three reasons why. Now, this is not the end of it. These are the three reasons I gave you why this Yahudi, they are now doing what they're doing in Jerusalem, in Masjid Al-Aqsa. These are not the end of it. Now, some of you might doubt, some of you might say, brother, what can we do in order to avoid this catastrophe? Because wallahi, like if this thing escalates and the way it is going right now, we might see a bigger problem in the coming days. We talk about the Yahudi going through so much trouble in the past. Are they targeting the Muslims the same way, or do they have any intention to target the Muslims the way they were targeted in the past? This is something we need to be worried about, because wallahi, dear brothers, the situation of the Muslims right now is such that we are without a leader. Okay, without a leader. We do not have power, we do not have a leader, we do not have anything. Even wealth is not at our disposal if in case we need them. The wealth, petrodollar, the gas, everything that the Muslim possess, natural resources, they're not at Muslims' disposal. They're at the disposals of the puppets. If in case things escalate, and looks like it will, then wallahi, we will be completely helpless unless we turn to Allah, unless Allah helps us. And He will, inshallah. There is no doubt about that. He will. We have few days remaining for the month of Ramadan. This is our opportunity to beg Allah to send us help. They targeted us in the month of Ramadan. We need to make sure that we are taking advantage of this month of Ramadan and asking Allah to send us help, because this is wallahi the only way the Muslim Ummah can do a lot better than doing anything else or thinking of any worldly way. This is something I find to be very, very interesting. The things that they're doing right now in Masjid Al-Aqsa, these things are not something happening randomly. These are not haphazardly happening. There is, I personally believe, a reason, and I hope that is not that the reason is not the first one, the strongest one. I hope the reason is just temporary, that they do it every year and they will just move on and forget, and next year they will not do it. That's my hope. But we do not know what is going on. Pray a lot so that God send Imam Mahdi. We have to pray to Allah Azza wa Jal. We have to pray for the Mahdi. We have to pray for, if Allah wants to help us, He will find a way out. But this is something the Muslims, they have a responsibility to think about and take action before it is too late. We might see some tough time coming in the future, especially for the Muslims who love Masjid Al-Aqsa, Al-Quds. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you again for joining in. You have a, inshallah, blessed Ramadan for the next few days, remaining few days. Do not waste your time, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.